Dawn of the Dukes. The new expansion pack for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, and we've had really exciting news released about it recently on Steam. I've had a really good look at it and done a deep dive into the 2 civilizations and 3 new campaigns. Do check out the video which goes through a bird's eye view of what's been happening in the news that's released. I'll leave a link on the top right of your screen. You'll be able to see there as a card to click on. I'd probably recommend watching that video first, but if you've seen it already or you just want to skip and actually look to specifically the Poles civilization, stick around. So this video is going to look specifically at the civilization Poles. So the description for the Poles says, stride across fertile plains with industrious farmers and powerful nobles at your back as you build the fledgling kingdom of Poland into one of medieval Europe's most powerful states. The Polish unique unit is the obuch, a brutal infantryman whose warhammer tears the armour from enemy units. Now I really found it interesting, some of the descriptions here. So when it says industrious farmers, for me that's a really big hint that there's going to be a farming eco bonus. And powerful nobles, I think that's suggesting there's going to be something with the monks, maybe a unique tech for the monks, or perhaps just their monks are, particularly more effective at conversions, just that kind of thing. We're going to see also the infantryman, the obuch, and it says that the warhammer tears the armor from enemy units, which suggests that they just ignore enemy units' armor, perhaps kind of like the latest. Now what's going to be really interesting is when we look at the images, and it gives a couple of secrets away too, so let's have a look at those. So one of the big things you notice in the images for the Poles are the structures and the buildings. So first of all, we've got that big building in the middle. Now that could just be part of a campaign mission, I'm not sure. It could actually be the castle itself. And below that we have a smaller building, which itself could be the castle. Or it could be something similar perhaps to the Bulgarian Kreppost maybe? I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. We do see the smaller building in another image, so that's what makes me think that's actually the castle version for the Poles. And if you take a closer look to the top left there of this image, I'm going to zoom in, you can see the hussar. Well, they definitely look like hussar with the wings, but they look a bit different. I mean, they've got sort of a black outline to the wings, and that could be interesting. It could be just the specific graphics for the Poles civilization, but hey, it looks amazing anyway. Moving on to the second image that really shows the Poles civilization really well. We see 2 new things. We see the unique unit, the obuch, the massive warhammers that they're holding. Let's take a closer look. And we also see the hussar again, looking amazing. And of course we can see the siege ram there too. So zooming back out, have a look at the mill. It looks very different, it looks a lot taller. It's still got obviously the windmill there as you'd normally expect, but it looks taller, so perhaps when it mentions industrious farmers, maybe it's something to do with the mill. They've got a special type of building there, so perhaps that's their farming eco bonus. I'd be really surprised if when the DLC comes out we don't see some sort of farming eco bonus for the Poles. So that was really the second most important thing I wanted to show you about this clip, the mill and of course the obuch. We took a look at the hussar, and they've also got siege ram, and if you look carefully as well, they've got cavalier on the right there. So kind of similar to the Bohemians, they showcase the cavalier, but no paladin in sight, so we're not sure whether they get paladin or not. And we see also what looks like it's the castle. I think it is. I mean, we've seen this image of the building before, and so that's what makes me think this is a castle, but it does look a bit smaller than the other castles. Maybe it has sort of like a Kreppost type function that the Bulgarians have. I'm not sure, we're going to have to watch this space. So looking at the campaign, we've got Jadwiga, sent away from her mother and forcibly parted from the young man whom she loved. Jadwiga ascended to the Polish throne as a mere child. In a time of unending war, she must forge a future for her kingdom while contending with the wills of formidable leaders like Jogaila and Vytautas the Great. Can the beloved star of the Poles bring about her vision of a powerful, united Poland-Lithuania? Or will the incessant maelstrom of war plunge both realms into ruin once more? In this campaign, you'll play as the Poles. What's interesting here, it shows that Poland and Lithuania, or the Poles and the Lithuanians civilizations, are going to have a quite close relationship, especially with the campaign. Definitely looking forward to it. So in conclusion, I think we've seen a lot of things that's waiting in store for us for the Poles. In particular, I think with the eco aspect of things, the industrious farmers kind of phrase suggests that there's going to be a farming eco bonus, and of course we saw the building, the mill, was taller than we'd normally expect, so perhaps there's something there with a unique building or the Poles. It does say powerful nobles in the description, so it could be something to do with the monks. Maybe monks will become a bit more powerful or have certain advantages, or maybe even a unique tech for the monks. And we see the brutal infantryman, the obuch, whose warhammer tears the armor from enemy units. I'm really interested about how the Poles is going to be played out in the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition when the DLC comes out. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. So if you like this content, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We will be looking to release more videos about these two civilizations as we get more information about them. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you're excited about the new DLC as I am. And just as a heads up, I've got 2 other videos about the DLC. If you click the left end card screen there, that'll take you to the longer clip I have about both civilizations. If you click the right end card there, that'll take you to the video specifically about the Bohemians. Take care guys, and hopefully see you on the next video.